Hello and welcome. Steel yourself for 30 thrilling questions crafted to test your wisdom. What force keeps a ball from floating away when you throw it? Friction. Gravity. Magnetism. The correct answer is gravity. Here's an interesting fact: gravity is the pulling force that keeps all objects grounded on Earth. Why does a boat float on water? Because it is very heavy. Because it is made of wood. Because its shape displaces enough water to support its weight. The correct answer is because its shape displaces enough water to support its weight. A quick fact for you: an object floats if its weight is less than the weight of the water it pushes aside. What is the science behind why a boomerang comes back? Gravity. Friction. Aerodynamics. The correct answer is aerodynamics. Impress your friends with this fact: the special shape of a boomerang's wings creates lift and causes it to curve back. Why does a metal spoon feel cold when you first touch it? It is making your hand colder. It is a good conductor of heat and draws heat away from your hand. It has been in the fridge. The correct answer is, it is a good conductor of heat and draws heat away from your hand. Here's an interesting fact: the metal transfers heat from your hand to the spoon very quickly. What is the process that turns a pot of boiling water into steam? Condensation. Evaporation. Melting. The correct answer is evaporation. Surprising trivia: evaporation is the process of a liquid turning into a gas. Why do we get goosebumps when we are cold? To make us shiver. To create a layer of heat. To trap a layer of warm air near our skin. The correct answer is to trap a layer of warm air near our skin. Let's learn something new. Goosebumps are a reflex that makes hairs stand up to trap warm air, a bit like fur on animals. Why does a balloon stick to the wall after you rub it on your hair? Because of gravity. Because of static electricity. Because of air pressure. The correct answer is because of static electricity. Here's a nugget of wisdom: rubbing a balloon creates a static charge that attracts it to the wall. What scientific process makes bread dough rise? Freezing. Fermentation. Melting. The correct answer is fermentation. Here's something cool: yeast in the dough releases carbon dioxide gas, which makes the bread rise and become fluffy. What is the science behind why a refrigerator keeps food cold? It pumps cold air into the fridge. It removes heat from inside the fridge and releases it outside. It makes cold air inside. The correct answer is, it removes heat from inside the fridge and releases it outside. Here's something cool, a refrigerator uses a refrigerant to absorb heat from the inside and move it out. Why does a fire need oxygen to burn? To make it hotter. To make it brighter. Oxygen is a part of the chemical reaction that causes fire. The correct answer is, oxygen is a part of the chemical reaction that causes fire. Let's learn something new. Fire is a chemical reaction that requires a fuel source heat and an oxidizer like oxygen. Why does a ball bounce? Because of air pressure. Because of its elasticity. Because of its weight. The correct answer is, because of its elasticity. Surprising trivia, elasticity is the ability of a material to return to its original shape after being stretched or compressed. What is the name for the energy that comes from the sun? Kinetic energy. Solar energy. Wind energy. The correct answer is, solar energy. Let's learn something new. Solar energy is the light and heat that comes from the sun. What is the scientific name for the energy we get from food? Mechanical energy. Chemical energy. Electrical energy. The correct answer is, chemical energy. Fun fact, the energy in food is stored in chemical bonds that are released when we digest it. Why does a plant lean towards a window? To get more water. To get more soil. To get more light. The correct answer is, to get more light. Here's something cool, plants need sunlight for photosynthesis so they grow towards the light source. Why do our hands get warm when we rub them together? Because of friction. Because of magnetism. Because of gravity. The correct answer is, because of friction. Here's an interesting fact. The force of friction between your hands creates heat. What is the scientific reason for why the sky is blue? It reflects the ocean. Sunlight is scattered by the atmosphere, making blue light most visible. The air is blue. The correct answer is, sunlight is scattered by the atmosphere, making blue light most visible. Fun fact, the tiny molecules in the air scatter blue light from the sun in all directions. What makes a rainbow appear in the sky? Reflected sunlight. Sunlight bending through water droplets. Colorful clouds. The correct answer is, sunlight bending through water droplets. Knowledge boost, a rainbow is formed when sunlight is refracted or bent as it passes through raindrops. What is the job of our bones in our body? To make us run faster. To give our body shape and protect our organs. To help us hear. The correct answer is, to give our body shape and protect our organs. Here's a nugget of wisdom: bones provide a framework for our body and protect our vital organs. What is the scientific reason that salt melts ice? It makes the ice colder. It lowers the freezing point of water. It makes the ice hotter. The correct answer is, it lowers the freezing point of water. Let's learn something new. Adding salt to ice makes the water freeze at a lower temperature. Why do you see a flash of lightning before you hear the thunder? Because light travels faster than sound. Because thunder is quieter than lightning. Because the lightning is closer. The correct answer is, because light travels faster than sound. Let's learn something new. Light travels through the air much faster than sound. What makes a sound? Heat. Vibrations. Light. The correct answer is, vibrations. A quick fact for you: all sound is made by something vibrating, which creates sound waves that travel to our ears. What is the scientific name for the energy that a moving car has? Potential energy. Kinetic energy. Thermal energy. The correct answer is, kinetic energy. Knowledge boost: kinetic energy is the energy of motion that a moving car possesses. Why is it easier to float in salt water than in fresh water? Salt water is heavier than fresh water. Salt water is colder than fresh water. Salt water is warmer than fresh water. The correct answer is, salt water is heavier than fresh water. Knowledge boost: the salt in salt water makes it denser, which helps you float more easily. What is the name for the energy stored in a stretched rubber band? Kinetic energy. Potential energy. Elastic energy. The correct answer is, potential energy. Here's a nugget of wisdom: the energy in a stretched rubber band is stored as potential energy. Why do some objects sink while others float? Because of their color. Because of their density. Because of their shape. The correct answer is, because of their density. Fun fact: an object sinks if it is more dense than the liquid it is in. Why do ice cubes melt? They get colder. Heat from the room is transferred to them. They are pushed down into the water. The correct answer is, heat from the room is transferred to them. Surprising trivia: heat energy from the surroundings transfers to the ice cubes, causing them to melt. What is the scientific name for the energy that a stove burner has? Kinetic energy. Thermal energy. Light energy. The correct answer is, thermal energy. Did you know? Thermal energy is the scientific name for heat energy. What is the force that slows down a bicycle when you apply the brakes? Gravity. Friction. Push. The correct answer is friction. Did you know? Friction between the brake pads and the wheel rim is what slows the bicycle down. Why does a magnifying glass make things look bigger? It creates new light. It bends light rays to focus them on your eye. It makes the object closer. The correct answer is, it bends light rays to focus them on your eye. Surprising trivia, a magnifying glass is a convex lens that refracts or bends light. What is the scientific reason that a plant grows towards the sun? The plant is looking for water. The plant needs sunlight for photosynthesis. The plant is a special type of plant. The correct answer is, the plant needs sunlight for photosynthesis. Impress your friends with this fact: plants use a hormone that causes them to grow towards a light source to maximize photosynthesis. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Stay tuned for more exciting content, and we'll catch you in the next one.